I got a brand new channel, 1,000 subscribers, and 4,000 hours of watch time in under 8 days. But the craziest part is that only 2 months later, we are already making over $4,500 per month from her YouTube channel. Now, most YouTubers say you need to post for 6 months or a year before you get monetized. And this may have been the case in 2022 when they first started, but in 2026, there is a new way of starting a channel like this, and this, which are all channels that we monetized in under one video. And they all follow a simple strategy that I'm about to share with you completely for free. So you can apply it to your channel and have your next video look like this. Because when you learn how the YouTube algorithm actually works, it will allow you to make videos that are guaranteed to go viral. And all without having years of experience, a genius IQ, or money to invest. So to get your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you need around 25,000 views. But most small YouTubers are only averaging around 100 to 1,000 per video. This means that it will take you 25 to 250 videos before you get monetized. So the fastest way to reach this milestone sooner isn't make more videos. It's actually increase the amount of views that you're getting per video. And there's a very simple way to guarantee that your average views go up. And all of the big YouTubers have been using this for years, but it's usually kept behind a paywall, private WhatsApp groups, or with their close friends. So it's no wonder that they keep getting bigger and bigger while you're still waking up with no new subscribers. But once you understand this strategy, you'll be able to beat the algorithm by only making proven videos that you know for a fact are going to get views. Just like Mr. Beast did with this one, Ryan Trahan did with this one, and I did with this one. It really all comes down to 3 simple steps. First, you want to write down your niche and answer 3 simple questions. What does my audience want? What do they hate? And what gender are they? Once you answer these 3 questions, you need to identify what we call a comparable niche. A comparable niche is a niche that has a similar audience to yours, with the same desires, the same hates, and the same gender. For example, my channel is about YouTube growth. A comparable niche for me would probably be Instagram growth, because the people inside of Instagram growth have pretty much the same desire. They want to grow on social media or posting something and it gets no views, and it's probably a pretty similar gender split, where my audience is 70% men and 30% women. So now what we can do is go into that niche and look for what are called outlier concepts. These are videos with a lot of views, but not a lot of subscribers. For example, this video, it has 346,000 views on a channel with 190,000 subscribers. And it's also his most viewed video in the last 5 years. Or this video right here with 1.5 million views on a channel with 200,000 subscribers. Both of these videos get way more views than the average video that channel posts, and therefore they are what we like to call outlier videos. Now, both of these concepts are proven to work with a very similar audience to mine. So then what I can do is take these ideas and then remake them in my niche where they have never been done before. If you copy these one for one, they will fail, and you'll still be stuck wondering why they never got any views. So you need to take one more step to make them so irresistible that viewers can't help but click. It's called outlier mixing, and it's the secret to how I blew up this video on this channel that had 0 subscribers. We found the original idea for this video from this outlier video right here. We took this title, "This isn't fun, but it makes me 2K an hour," and turned it into "This is boring, but it will skyrocket your libido fast." But instead of just copying the same thumbnail, we actually found a second outlier. For this one, we took the thumbnail and applied it to our video. And our final product looked like this. You should do this with every video that you post. Take 2 outliers and mix them together. Because the key here is to steal like an artist. Just copying and pasting a video almost never works. And so even after you mix these 2 outliers together, you still need to take it one step farther and change at least 2 things about the thumbnail. For example, you can recreate the thumbnails using better colors, or you can switch up the titles by changing up a few words. And this will allow you to come into your niche with a brand new concept that no one has ever seen before, that you know for a fact is already proven to work. But there's a little known strategy that will actually allow you to maximize the watch time on these and get people to watch your channel for 3 times as long. Because getting the click is only the first part, and YouTube typically looks at your click-through rate and your average viewer duration. It all comes down to what we like to call viewer pathways, and it looks like this. So a viewer pathway is a sequence of videos that the viewer should follow. It's a step-by-step watching order that you are intentionally creating in order to get more watch time and more views per viewer. Here's what it looks like. For example, on my channel, I have a 3 video viewer path created right here. So what this is you have first the YouTube algorithm, right? So I'm teaching them how to go from 0 to 1,000 subscribers. And inside of this video, I'm explaining to them that the most important thing is title and thumbnail, like, because it is, right? That's the most important part of YouTube. Inside of this, I'm explaining, here's the basics of title and thumbnail, here's why it's so important for the algorithm, and here's how you need it to grow. Now, what I do at the end of that video, I say, and if you want to learn how to create a really good thumbnail, I made an entire masterclass on it right here. What we're looking at is the formula for viral YouTube thumbnails. So at the end of this first video, I'm sending people, hey, go watch this video next if you want to see X, Y, and Z, if you want to see how to make viral thumbnails, and I'm sending them back to this thumbnail tutorial. And that creates a very high click-through rate because it's such a natural next step. And I'm essentially showing them, hey, this is the next step that you need to take. And if you don't take it, then you're going to be missing out on the key piece of the equation, right? And so I send them over here. And at the end of this video, I say, now that you know how to make a great thumbnail, you need to learn how to make a great title as well. And then go watch this video next if you want to see how to make a great title, right? And then in this video, I talk about titles. And then from there, I even take it a step farther. I send them back to my free course after I say, now that you know how to do the 80-20, you need to learn how to do the rest of the 20% that still matters a lot. So go ahead and watch this full course on YouTube and I'll show you everything that you need to know. So here I've created a 3-sequence viewer path. Another great example of this is Jeremy Haynes, who has a Facebook ads viewer path on his channel. So first he talks about, Meta's new Andromeda update, which is an update that changes the way that people need to run paid ads for their business, right? So he talks about that, breaks down how it works. And at the end of that video, he says that the most common problem that people face is that they don't have predictable ad costs. So at the end of that video, he says, hey, let's go watch this video next if you want to see how to keep your ad costs predictable. So that takes them to this next video right here, where he teaches them how to make their ad costs predictable. And at the end of that video, now that he's explained how to keep ad costs predictable, he says, hey, if you want to learn more about Andromeda and how to leverage it, then go ahead and watch this video next. And so he'll say, go watch this one next, and boom. He has the most frequently asked questions about Andromeda. And so that 4-video sequence is so powerful for his channel because it essentially increases the watch time of his viewers by 4x, right? Which is insane. Now, obviously not everyone's gonna go from video to video to video, but a high percentage of them do, especially if it's a tailored path that they go down, right? And you can even create a playlist. So I could create a whole playlist around titles and thumbnails, and then that person will keep getting recommended that next video in the playlist, and they'll remember, oh yeah, I learned about thumbnails, but I haven't learned about titles yet. I should watch this video, right? And so if you create a playlist, YouTube will automatically recommend that entire sequence to a viewer, and that gives you a much higher average views per viewer than if you didn't do that. Have you ever sat down, turned on Netflix, and said, I'm just gonna watch one episode, but then you get a massive cliffhanger at the end, and you're like, okay, let me just watch one more. Before you know it, you're 3 episodes deep and heavily invested in the story. Viewer pathways create the exact same feeling, and YouTube absolutely loves this because you're keeping people on the platform so much longer than if they just watched one video. But to trigger this binge watching chain, you can't just say, watch this video next. You need to instead leverage human psychology to create so much interest in your next video that the viewer can't help but click. And we do this through what is called an outro hook. The framework looks like this: link, curiosity gap, CTA/promise. Linking would be connecting the 2 videos together, so the original video gets connected to the future video that you want them to watch. The curiosity gap would be raising a question in the viewer's mind that they want to get answered, so creating what we like to call an open loop. And the CTA/promise is telling the viewer what to do, what action they should take, and showing them why taking that action will answer the question in their mind and give them a hit of dopamine. And altogether, it looks something like this. Now that you know how to make a viewer click and binge watch your content, you need to learn how to come up with video ideas that are worthy of going viral. And there's an ideation strategy that I've started doing recently that's made a huge impact on my channel. So check out this video next, where I'll show you what it is and how you can use it to guarantee your next video goes viral. Thank you and have a great day.